Most of them are poor. They have nothing. They come in droves from far and near.
हम ही तो यहाँ से कम तो 300 किलोमीटर दूर से आए हैं.
Life's difficult when you're old and losing sight.
आँख को ऑपरेशन करावे के लिए यहाँ आए हैं.
Their search comes to an end when they arrive at the right place.
अच्छी सेवा है.
बड़ी नम्रता से बात करते हैं, बड़ी सभ्यता के साथ काम करते हैं.
It's something you feel when you have belief.
भरोसा ना हो तो कैसे आते हम यहाँ. भरोसा है, भरोसा है.
Bharosa, faith, Vishwas, confidence or yaqeen all portray the underlying sentiment of the Shri Sadguru Seva Sangh Trust. A trust that millions till date have trusted. For 50 years, the trust has been relentlessly serving the poor in Chitrakoot and Anandpur with its activities that range from healthcare to education, from women's empowerment to cattle care, from dairy development to agriculture. The story of the trust dates back to the early 1950s when Gurudev, Param Pujya Shri Ranchhoddasji Maharaj organized free eye camps and relief work during natural calamities in central India. Gurudev was born into the royal priest family of the erstwhile kingdom of Gwalior. After his renunciation, his search for truth and self-realization brought him to Chitrakoot. Legend has it that Lord Ram spent 11 years of his exile here. But destiny had different plans for Gurudev. He continued to stay on the banks of the river Mandakini and in 1968 formally initiated the trust with the goal to provide food for the hungry, clothes for the needy and sight to the blind.
But his whole approach was to go to someone who had nothing and do something for them without expecting anything in return.
Gurudev taught us this philosophy of Seva, that by serving others, you are serving yourself.
2 years later, in 1970, Gurudev left for his heavenly abode, not before entrusting the chairmanship of the trust to noted industrialist Arvind Bhai Mafatlal.
He had summed up this whole concept into 4 A's, to establish the activities into 4 A's. An, Arogya, Akshar-Gnan and Acharan.
Arvind Bhai gave wheels and wings to the trust, even as it preserved the mission of serving the poor.
So he really believed that what Gurudev had taught him, that you see God in the poor. And that message is something that Arvind Bhai carried on all his life.
Gurudev's philosophy remains an all-pervading strength at both Chitrakoot and Anandpur.
जब हम सब के अंदर आत्मशासन हो, आत्मविश्वास हो और आत्मत्याग हो तो निश्चित रूप से गुरुदेव का विजन और मिशन सफल हो पाएगा.
ऐसी शक्ति मिल रही है हम लोग को, ऐसी शक्ति मिल रही है कि ऐसे लग रहा है कि साक्षात गुरुदेव यहाँ कर रहे हैं और सबको ये शक्ति प्रदान कर रहे हैं.
मैप तो उन्होंने सोच के तैयार करके रख लिया है, ठीक है ना. वो अपने चलाएंगे, उस तरह अपने को चलना है और वही करेंगे.
Like that of all great stories, the beginnings of this trust too were humble. The first eye operations were done in barracks in Pramodvan, Chitrakoot.
टेंटों में ठहरना, टेंटों में ऑपरेशन थिएटर को बनाना, टेंटों में वॉलंटियर्स को रुकना, खटिया नहीं थी तो खटिया गांव वालों से लेना.
Today, in the 250-acre campus, change has been a constant. Eye care remains the main focus. Here, the Sadguru Netra Chikitsalaya, or the Eye Hospital, is a modern-day building that's an oasis drawing tens of thousands of people from the rural areas of nearby states. The 2,300-bedded Eye Hospital has every department to cover all eye-related cases such as cataract, glaucoma, vitreoretina, oculoplasty, cornea, refractive surgery and eye banking. But what stands out, not only in India, but perhaps the world, is the complex that houses 26 modular operation theatres. Its ultra-modern gear and paraphernalia, where more than 85 resident surgeons work, all put together make a phenomenal story that goes beyond the realms of possibility. In Anandpur, the Sadguru Sankalp Netra Chikitsalaya provides equally comprehensive eye care services. The 4 modular OTs here speak volumes of the strides an eye hospital has made in a place far removed from contemporary healthcare.
चित्रकूट के अंदर सुपर स्पेशलिटी हॉस्पिटल बन जाने के बाद हमें किसी भी मरीज को बाहर भेजना नहीं पड़ता.
For more than 5 years in a row, Chitrakoot has conducted more than 140,000 eye surgeries in a year, and Anandpur up to 40,000. Together, in many months, they conduct about 1,000 surgeries in a day. Of course, 90% of them would be cataract surgeries, the mainstay of the hospitals.
It's not easy to operate 1,000 patients in a day, but it's at the end of the day, we'll see 1,100 patients already operated. These are the signs which you have to feel, you have to perceive. And this is all possible if you have someone who is driving you, and there is someone who is above you.
50 years back, they were giving a rural health care on a rural standards. But today, same health care actually come into level of an international standards, which is way ahead than what you provide in a city.
This trust is a unique, having a unique combination where we are just keeping all our old values, but at the same time we are welcoming the changes, automation. We are committed towards research and development.
So what's behind the enormous number of patients that escalates every year? One reason is surely charity, an ethos the trust has continued to live up to from Gurudev's time.
कई आदमी हमको बोले चित्रकूट में चले जाओगे तो तुम्हारा आँखों जो है तो अच्छी बन जाएगी, फ्री की बन जाएगी, पैसा कोई नहीं लगेगा.
But today the bigger reason is the outcomes the hospitals produce because of the quality and care the patients get.
आराम से रखा, खावाती पियाती चाय थी पानी थी, हमारे को घर पे नहीं रखे, ऐसी बात से रखा.
People have now started thinking about Chitrakoot as not just a high volume center, but it's a high volume center with a quality service.
रेलवे में जैसे इंजन सबके लिए एक होता है, वैसे ही हमारे सदगुरु में ऑपरेशन थिएटर सबके लिए एक होता है. जैसे रेलवे में ड्राइवर सबके लिए एक ही होता है, उसी तरह हमारा आई सर्जन भी सबके लिए एक होता है.
An important aspect of eye care has to do with childhood blindness. To tackle this, the pediatric units, supported by Orbis, has treated over 50,000 children in Chitrakoot and over 10,000 in Anandpur. The Chitrakoot pediatric unit gets up to 300 child patients every day, and out of them, up to 30 surgeries are done. To reach out to underserved areas, the eye hospitals periodically conduct outreach screening camps.
हमारे घर में जैसे आके सब काम धाम हो रहा है तो बहुत खुशी की बात है. बस की सुविधा रहती है, बस में चले जाते हैं, कोई परेशानी नहीं, घर वालों की कोई आवश्यकता ही नहीं है कि साथ में जाए.
The trust has conducted as many as 3,000 such camps to spread awareness and counter cataract infestation. The reach of the eye hospital in Chitrakoot has gone far and wide through 42 vision centers spread across the nearby districts. Each center caters to more than 50,000 people. From saving sight to saving lives, the trust has general hospitals in both the places. In Anandpur, the Shri Sadguru Sankalp Chikitsalaya, and in Chitrakoot, the Janki Kund Chikitsalaya are multi-speciality hospitals that serve the poor and needy with subsidized charges.
We are dealing with 800 to 900 patients daily with approximately 20 to 30 surgeries in a day, including gynae ops, general surgery, laparoscopic surgery, orthopedic surgery and plastic surgeries.
ये एक कार्यकर्ताओं की निष्ठा और एक बहुत मजबूत संगठन और नेतृत्व का जो लोग यहाँ पर काम कर रहे हैं और एक प्रकार से स्वायत्तता दी गई है कि आप करिए, सेवा कार्य में धन का अभाव नहीं होने देंगे।
To see what human touch really means, meet any of the volunteers. As many as 800 to 1000 of them come to lend a hand.
અમે ગુરુદેવના સેવા માટે આવ્યા છીએ અને 10 દિવસ માટે એમાં અમને ખૂબ આનંદ મળે છે।
मानव सेवा का यह वृक्ष पूरे देश और दुनिया में फैले, जिससे पीड़ित मानवता के दुखों को कम करने का श्री सद्गुरुदेव का सपना हम सब मिलकर पूरा कर सकें।
Now moving on to education. To begin with, there is the Shri Sanskrit Mahavidyalaya that Gurudev started, is keeping alive one of the oldest languages of the world. Anandpur too follows the tradition. Next is the Sangeet Vidyalaya in Chitrakoot, where Indian classical music is the core of the syllabus. For conventional education, in Anandpur, a primary and an intermediate school enroll more than 700 students from the economically weaker sections of society. In Chitrakoot, at the Sadguru Vidya Dham, about 1,500 children study up to intermediate level.
जैसे कोई बीमार हो तो उसका इलाज करने के लिए डॉक्टर बनना चाहते हैं।
The Sadguru Public School, also the English medium school, has more than 1,500 students.
हम ऐसा विकास चाहते हैं कि जो ग्रामीण जनता में जो बच्चे वहाँ पे बैठे हैं, आज वो बच्चा भी क्यों रह जाए।
For career-oriented options, the Sadguru Computer Institute offers bachelor's and postgraduate diplomas in computer applications. At the Sadguru Institute of Nursing and Paramedical Sciences, more than 400 students get theoretical and practical knowledge while they pursue their courses.
I want to see satisfaction. I want to see satisfaction in each and every patient and as well as each and every employee of this institution.
On the social front, the trust is successfully empowering women. Many women find work in self-help groups to manufacture various food products.
पहले हम एक छोटी सी चीज़ लेने में बहुत संकोच करते थे कि मतलब कैसे लें। कोई 200 रुपए की चीज़ भी लेना हो तो 200 बार सोचना पड़ता था। आज हमें लेने में एक बार भी नहीं सोचना पड़ता, हम तुरंत फ़ौरन ले लेते हैं। इसलिए हम लोग पैसे से थोड़ा मजबूत हो गए।
महिलाओं को जब अपनी कमाई होती है ना, उसका बहुत फर्क पड़ता है। एक भावना होती है कि ये मैंने कमाया, तो उसका मनोबल बढ़ता है।
Later, their products are retailed through a store that the trust runs. The trust's role with nature can't be ignored. Involving itself with agriculture and dairy development, the trust is moving closer and closer to self-sufficiency. Both Chitrakoot and Anandpur have the best of crossbreeds that produce more than 800 liters of milk every day. But what strikes a chord is the Gau Seva Kendra that houses up to 2,000 cows. In the months when food and water are scarce, people from nearby villages leave their cattle with the trust for care and shelter.
So far, it has been the efforts of all Gurudev's bhakts and the people of a previous generation. The challenge would be how to motivate the newer generation to be involved with that. The next 20-25 years, that would be somewhere where I would have to spend time on.
The Sadguru story is a story that can have no end. It has had many turning points that have lent themselves to writing new chapters for new beginnings, only to see that people continue to say, भरोसा है।
जिंदगी में रोशनी पा गए तो समझ लीजिए नई जिंदगी पा गए। अब इससे बढ़ के क्या हो सकता है।
हे प्रभु असमान कर दो, हे प्रभु असमान